Hello and welcome to the first proper episode of A Work in Progress.
Yeah, hopefully this one works.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we did our pilot, didn't we?
We did.
And then we've had a couple of test runs, we'll call it that. But here we are with the amazing Becky Davies, a.k.a. Grumpy Girl Graphics. You'll get to know over the next 45 minutes why that name is apparent. No, I'm joking.
I mean, me just sat here like...
I always say, whenever I mention you, I always say, she's nothing like her name.
No, I don't... It is. Everyone assumes that I am horrific, and I've probably done myself an injustice by giving myself that name.
It's a great catchy name, though.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of Becky Davises, isn't there?
Becky Davies. Oh, no, that's not it,
but it's close enough, and I'll take it. And if there's a song about me, there's a song about me.
Well, we'll get on to you very soon, Becky, but my name's Nathan, for those of you who don't know. I'm a performer from Blackpool, and my co-host is...
My name's Craig, a musician, and I own Shaker Maker.
Which is where we are, which is the amazing studio and facility where we are recording this podcast.
It's the hottest room in Blackpool right now.
I'm happy about it.
Which is great.
Is there no heating on?
No.
Oh,
no, there is. There is.
Oh, no, the panic. Oh, no.
Well, good luck to your bills, but we're recording now, Craig.
So
too late.
lock it.
For those of you who've caught the pilot episode, you'll know that Craig and I have got together to maybe try and think of a way to shift the narrative away from the negativity that surrounds Blackpool so often. And the way we thought to do that was to jump on a podcast and talk about all the positive things that go on in Blackpool and all the great things that we have going on in our town. Hence, we've got Becky. So, Becky, very quickly, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a freelance artist and designer, and I'm really interested in cultivating a creative community here. So I host like collage workshops. I'm planning on doing lots of other different events like repair cafes, and I'm really interested in like creative wellness, because obviously we've got a lot of issues here in Blackpool around mental health, and I just think creativity is a way of dealing with it. So.
Completely agree.
Creative health.
Yeah, creative health. We've learnt all about that.
Well,
we're experts.
And I feel like we'll get onto this throughout the podcast, but I feel like one of your biggest passions alongside creativity is Blackpool, isn't it? It's about our little town and how it can be, such an amazing place for lots of different reasons. So we'll get onto that very shortly. Let's open up with a bit of history, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Tell us your Blackpool story. Where'd you grow up? What school did you go to?
Nice.
All that sort of stuff.
Fabulous. So born at the Vic, like every person from Blackpool is.
We'll put in the afterwards.
Yeah, so born at the Vic, went to Stanley School, went to George's. I went to Stanley and then moved in year 2, went to Spain for a bit and then came back. I know, sounds fancy.
Culture vulture.
Yeah. Whereabouts in Spain? Please don't say Benidorm, because it's like...
No, Torrevieja, near Alicante. It's like, we're still, Costa del Sol.
Yeah, lovely.
Darling.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Still on the Costa del Sol with all the other English people.
Did you learn the lingo?
Yeah. That's
what they call it there.
Yeah, the lingo. So, that's a skill that I have. Muy bien.
Took me a minute. Okay, so you went Stanley, yeah?
Yeah, I went to Stanley. That was really good. Had a fabulous time there. Went George's. I came in year 8, so it was like weird to come back and go to a school where I had to like wear a uniform and you had to wear like shorts underneath my skirt and things. I was like, what is this? I'm not used to this.
Did you feel like you had to reintegrate to Blackpool?
It was really hard.
Riding a bike?
No, it was hard because the cultures was so different. And I think, in Spain, things didn't really matter. They didn't really matter like material things. But then when I came, I didn't think it's a Blackpool thing. I think it's an England thing, where because we wore uniforms, like your shoes really mattered and your bag really mattered and your coat really mattered. And it was like, if you didn't have like the right things, then you were weird. And I was weird anyway, so it was like I had to try my best to try and fit in.
I feel like that got progressively worse. It was always a thing when I was at school, but maybe I feel like it did get progressively worse. But it seems to have turned a corner a little bit. Speaking to my nieces and nephews.
Yeah, well, I've got 2 kids, and because I was the same as you. It was like we weren't rich, we weren't poor, but I didn't have Rockports, and I didn't have like Ralph Lauren or anything. Like was the hip stuff. So I've always been like, if I ever have kids, they can have whatever shoes they want, they can have whatever trainers they want. Just get through high school.
Yeah.
And now, like my daughter's at high school, she doesn't give a shit. And like my
Such
son,
a good way to be.
And my son's like very kind of fashion driven, and it has to be like, You know, he tries to dress like a footballer. He's like, oh, I need Zara jeans and I need this and the other. And then he gets picked on playing Fortnite by some little
dweeb.
kid.
When we say dweeb,
but yeah, I'm just like,
me getting cancelled.
Well, we've established that we might be an accidentally sweary podcast.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Well, then, is it? No, I'm joking.
But I do think the tide has turned slightly, especially speaking to my nieces. I think a lot of young people now accept that expensive clothes are expensive, and not everybody can afford them.
I don't think I've got my kids in care, and I don't know if it's because they haven't had it and they feel like they need the expensive things. But yeah, like I've always found like they'll spend all the pocket money on like one pair of shoes.
I think,
and I'm like, you've got to learn to live off this money.
I think sort of cheaper clothes are better now. It's like when we were kids, it was like Asda and Tesco's clothes, I think, wasn't it?
There weren't much options. Whereas now you can get kitted out at Primark.
Like my daughter goes to Primark with about 50 quid and will get 3-4.
So there's a lot of that now, isn't there? Which I think, obviously, there's still this culture of needing to look good, and for the gram and all that.
But the stigma, if you will,
it's not quite as apparent. No. I feel like people accept that things are bought from Shein.
Do you think we'd be saying words like stigma on this?
I know, do you know what I mean? How well
and fake stuff, I think, is quite an accepted thing now. Like no one can afford.
It was stuff. Yeah, it was I remember, like, obviously when I was younger, it was like, if you was wearing something booky, you'd get rinsed for it, and now there's like full-on websites where everyone's like, I got it off here. Yeah, and I'm like, this is so mental.
It was that's very different to when we were at school, I would say.
I'm just a charity shop person. I live for a chazza. Well, that's also fortunate because we're in Blackpool and there's loads.
Yeah, and that's also a thing, isn't it? It's like in many circles, it's cool to be sustainable. It's cool to hunt out something vintage. I
love the fact that it's
classic.
There's someone else has loved it first, and it's got a good energy about it. Do you know what I mean? I love
as long as they have loved it and not had an accident.
Do you know what I mean? I'm like, what's the stain on these white pants?
Or they've not moved out and left their Adidas Copper Mondials at home, and then their mum gave them to charity, which might have happened.
I can sense the heartbreak.
But, it was 2005, and I'm over it. I've barely thought about them football boots.
Only talking about it 11 years later.
21 years later.
Shit. Yeah. 4. The maths. Yeah.
So George's tough school.
Yeah,
was navigating.
I mean,
was it strict when you were there?
No, it's not the way that it is now. We were going through head teacher motions. But I was at set 4, and there was only 4 sets then. There's like loads now, isn't there? There's like 9. Yeah. But yeah, I was set 4. So, but I think I was the best of a bad bunch, really. So I think my confidence is down to that, is the fact that, I wasn't necessarily academic, but because I was the most academic out of the set 4, I'm like, I'm really clever,
What, how was your creativity nurtured at school?
Yeah. I had a really good art teacher, Miss Lee. She was ace. I love her. I still think about her all of the time.
What's she called?
Miss Lees.
Miss Lees.
Big up Miss Lees.
If you're watching or listening.
I had Miss Young at school. She was my favourite art teacher.
Becky is very grateful.
Oh, so grateful. And I remember when I was TAing at George's, and it was so weird because I'd walk around and I'd see the teachers and I'd be like, oh my God. I feel like a student. They'd be like, Miss Davies, is that you? And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm a big girl now. I'm here. I'm helping.
What happened after school then for you?
Went to sixth form. That was good. I enjoyed sixth form.
Blackpool sixth form.
Yeah.
Was that when the art really kind of?
I did graphic. So that's when I really found what I do now. It was just great. No, I had Gemma at sixth form, and everyone fancied her because she was absolutely gorgeous and immensely talented. But yeah, it was. I remember walking into the class for the first time, and they had light boxes, and I was like, oh, "You've allowed to trace?" I was like, part of the process here. I was like, "Yeah, I love that. I'm here. I'm all over that." But yeah, it was like my introduction to like learning Photoshop and all the kind of skills that I use now. So that was ace, and then. Tried to get into uni at Manchester, and they didn't want me at that time. And they were like, you need to do an art foundation. So I went to Blackpool in the Fylde and did an art foundation. And it was genuinely the best year of my life.
Brilliant. I love that that's got a pivotal moment there, that it was the best year of your life.
100%.
A lot of people could potentially take what is essentially rejection from a big city university.
Yeah, I was hurt about it at the time, but then like I was talking to you before about when we were talking about how things haven't really gone my way for certain instances. Like what was meant for me didn't pass me by, and I think that everyone that I know that's done an art foundation has said it was the best thing that they've done, because it's just 1 year where you get to be completely creative in a way that is completely different to how you learn through normal academia. Like usually when you've got like high school and sixth form, they go, here's an artist, kind of copy their shit. Yeah. And when you go to art school, they're like, we're throwing everything out of the fucking window. You're going to be drawing with a charcoal piece with your left hand on a piece of stick, like attached to a stick, and then you're going to make your favorite piece of work, and then you're going to smash it into pieces. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Even when we went round it the other week, I was just like, oh shit, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
And how many people talk about that as a real beacon of positivity in Blackpool?
Art school's amazing.
Every person I speak to, every time I visit it, it's a hive of possibility.
Yeah. I can't believe they nearly got rid of it. I'm so glad that if they did got rid of it, I'd have lost my fucking mind.
My pathway was very similar to yours, but mine took a sort of musical route. But again, I wanted to go to Lipper in Liverpool, didn't get in. So I'm too far away from the mic here. But then I ended up doing the course on Palatine Road. And pretty much, I mean, that was 2004, 2005. I'm pretty much still friends with every single person that I did the course with. And it was a really talented class as well. Yeah. So we had, like, do you know Karima Francis?
Yeah.
She was in my class.
Yeah. I know Karima's mum.
Brilliant, legend. Yeah. Jamie, whose band is called Kind Hearted Thieves.
Yeah, another amazing
artist.
Class.
Poke, do you know Poke? He's
not sure.
Quite a lot of filmography.
Really? Well, there you go.
Blanket. Yeah, loads of us. And we're all just like, it was such a top group.
Yeah. I think that really helps, but when you're in, I feel like that's what we've got at the cultural boot camp. I think we're a really good group, and I think I had that when I was at art school, and it does make a massive difference because you're going in and you've not got any knobheads. So
it's interesting that it's perhaps seen as a secondary choice, but actually it was probably the best the best outcome in the end. And how many times does that happen over the years where we look outwardly to think, that's where I need to go, but perhaps there's some really legitimate magic at home that we don't perhaps always realise. I know from going into School of Arts and Blackpool and Fylde College Uni campus quite regularly, there's so many amazing things going on there. Yeah. There's so many fantastic courses, fantastic tutors. So it's obviously still doing its thing in the same way that you guys.
It's just cool, isn't it? Like, there's no other word for it than it's just fucking cool. Yeah. Like and like Faye, my daughter, she's really into her art, and she's now she went to somewhere in Preston. I can't think what the gallery's called, but the Harris. The Harris. She went to the Harris, and
me like blank.
and they're doing a competition where you can have your work put in, and she spent all weekend doing this thing, and it's amazing. And I'm like, you need to go to Palatine Road at some point.
Yeah. It's for our foundation will literally like blow her mind.
But like, and she's cooler than she realizes.
Yeah.
Like way cooler than she realizes.
And that's the thing. I've my sonny. He's emerging now. He loves drawing, writing. He's really creative. They go River's the same. They go breakdancing. But Sonny is at an age where he's second guessing himself, and he's not sure.
How old is he?
He's nearly 8. He's 7, nearly 8. He's second guessing himself because maybe that's not the done thing. Yeah, it's not the done thing.
No.
It's mad that they pick up on things like that at such a young age. Still, do you know what I mean? It's like you're still a baby.
They benefit so much from going to House of Wings and Blackpool. That's brought them out of their shell so much and made them realise that. You can be perhaps a little bit different than everybody else.
Oh, and if anything, it makes you better. But I think there is a kind of, you have a stage of childhood / adolescence where you do really try and fit in with everybody else. Yeah, and that's kind of part of it. And then you either get out of it and you're like, there's no fucking point in
you
doing
do kind
this.
of have to just, I think anyway, just get through it.
Yeah.
Get to leaving school age.
And find your people.
And then, I think that's kind of what most people
if you
tend
can
to do anyway,
maintain that undercurrent of creativity or whatever, whereas I didn't have that.
No, I didn't.
I mean, you did get into music, though. got into music.
In year 11ish, I think.
When did you get into writing?
I wrote my first book when I was 29.
Yeah.
Mental.
Yeah, I wrote my first poem when I was 32. So I didn't maintain that
undercurrent. That's so crazy to me.
It was that's not for me. That's not something that I didn't even consider it.
Yeah, well, I guess it's one of those things. It also wasn't popular, like poetry and spoken word and those kind of things wasn't even. It was very seen as like a fla-di-da kind of
Whereas,
thing.
like for us, for me, there was sort of like you had Oasis, who were kind of just bog standard lads, group of mates, started playing songs, and we were all just kind of like playing 4 chords, and I know them, so I can do it.
It's an accessible thing, that isn't it? You can get your hands on an instrument.
They sound like us as well, which is massive. Do you know what I mean? If you've got people that are talking with the same kind of cadence and like saying northern words, and you're like, oh, so it's not just, all down there. You don't have to be.
The more opportunities, the more visibility, the more moments we create for creative things, the more it becomes the norm, and the more maybe young people think, actually, I'm going to do that because that's cool. I'm going to do that because I can.
Now they see people like you doing it, they will.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same for my kids, because neither of them are asked about music.
Well,
they're both really good at it, but they're just not. Like,
but they might. They're young,
do you know,
and also
one of them, they just need a really bad heartbreak. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, Helen.
But it's not just your kids.
No.
It's your kids who are coming in to do the music lessons. It's the kids that come and watch you play on the bandstand in the summer.
Yeah.
You're having a massive influence with it. My lads love coming to watch Parker Monkeys because they watch us all on the instruments, and they're like, wow. So, that's that.
Now I need to...
well,
cash in on it.
You will be doing, mate. Sonny's got a birthday coming up, so who knows? Just because I realise he's going to be watching this, so who knows what's going to happen for your birthday, Sonny?
Yeah.
And if you're watching it past 8 o'clock, get to bed. Right, Becky.
Yes.
What's your role within Blackpool now? Then, what does that look like on a day to day? How do you try and impact your community in a positive way?
My day to day is different every day because I'm a working class creative mother and it is impossible the life that I'm living. So Mondays and Fridays full just in mum mode, and my days with my squish, that's what I call my baby. And then Tuesdays I do the work, so got to do the jobs that pay the bills. So I work with kids in care, and that's very rewarding.
Is that your consistent then?
Yeah, that
like
pays
consistent wages.
That literally just pays for the mortgage.
Yeah, with you.
That kind of thing. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays are my creative days, and then obviously I'll try and pick up on the weekends. But yeah, so Wednesdays I'll be at the tattoo studio, Red Firm. I'm the in-house graphic designer there, so I help them with all their bits and bobs and work on like my commissions and things like that. Try and get prints ready for like Antisocial and other stockists or galleries and things. And then Thursdays, I'm currently at the Cultural Leadership Boot Camp.
Hey.
Blackpool has done it again. Fuck off!
What are you doing? Oh, it's because I put my arms up.
You need to stop celebrating me, okay?
I need to...
For God's sake, calm down.
Go on, you carry on.
But yeah.
So Thursdays
I do the Cultural Leadership Boot Camp, and we've also got access to all of the art facilities. So I'm just like a kid in a candy shop.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? I'm there like, screen print. I'm literally going to screen print after this for the exhibition that we've... When does this come out? Do we know?
I'm looking at Craig.
You're ready to...
I mean, I can't even get the camera to work, Becky, so...
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
It's going to be Christmas.
Can we promo the event that's happening on the 23rd of March? Maybe?
Oh, yeah.
Some people hold on to this kind of shit for ages.
Oh,
we want to be getting it out.
Busy boys.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, if you're available, 23rd of March at Hive, we've got an exhibition on for 3 days. So yeah, get yourself down if there's still tickets.
What does Blackpool need more of?
Oh, there's... The way that I said "ugh" made it sound like we need so much, which isn't what I mean by the "ugh." It's I think that we've already got a lot here. I think it's just the fact that it's a case of everyone being aware of what we've got.
So more awareness.
Yeah, I'd say we need more awareness about how great we are.
That was my answer.
Is it?
Yeah, self-awareness was my answer.
Oh, Look, us. Maybe the cultural leadership program's really rubbing
do you know
off
what?
on us.
I'm sorry. I think yours was self-belief.
Oh, it was self-belief.
Yeah, which links wonderfully to self-awareness, but awareness of what's going on and all the great things that are going on.
Because I think there is everyone's like, I think we've been saying this for a good few years now, Nath, that there's a lot of things. We feel a bubble. It's bubbling. And, we can feel the things rising and we can see the things changing. It's just, I don't think, obviously, when you're not in it all of the time and you just come here to see the illuminations and you're just like, all right, yeah, well, I go there for that. And then, they're not aware of the things that are actually changing. And also, I think some people, even for the people that live here, that think, town's a fucking maze.
Town, how many, it's a shithole.
Yeah.
We talked about it the other day, didn't we? Like, we never went on the beach as kids.
Yeah. Hardly ever.
No, well, mostly because...
I don't go... It's so weird because I don't go on the beach half as much as I did when I lived in Manchester. Really? When I lived in Manchester, I would make it my responsibility to go to the beach every time that I came back. And I came back, but also I was really sad. And the beach made me feel better. So I just sit there and cry. But, that's what the ocean's for.
So in terms of awareness, are we thinking of events that are on? Are we thinking of, food, hospitality? Are we thinking of community?
All of the things. There's a fabulous man. I can't remember his bloody name because I was really drunk when I met Tim. Oops.
Oh, Blackpool Buzzman.
Yeah.
I saw him in the cafe yesterday.
Yeah, he was at Rise Jam Night. Yeah.
Hot sake.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, he was there.
Edit it to make that look like
make it look like we know what we're talking about.
It was at Hot Sake.
It was at Hot Sake, yeah. But yeah, and he's basically organised this website where people can put in what's going on. Because obviously you've got Visit Blackpool, but obviously that's just got the main big things on. And it's like, yeah, but there's all these little people doing all these little things. Like I've got things going on at Redfern. There's loads of things happening at Last Light. There's loads of things happening in Antisocial. Like there's loads of different things happening within the community. And then obviously you've got the libraries that are doing bits. And there's so many different things happening for so many different people. I just don't think people know where to look.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have to look separately everywhere is time consuming and draining.
And as soon as you're offering, I don't know, maybe a ticketed opportunity, the algorithm shuts that down in a heartbeat.
If you write the word ticket on Facebook, you just get inundated with scammers.
Yeah.
We like our band now, we will not use the word ticket because we did bootleg at Christmas, announced it, I think it was 9:00 in the morning, at 3 minutes past 9. Hey guys, I bought a ticket, but my wife had to have her leg amputated, so I can't make the gig. If anyone wants to buy my ticket off me, message me. And I'm like, and I just replied, went, you bought a ticket and her leg came off within 3 minutes. It's like, but they're just
not asked. Sore point for you, innit? Tickets.
Yeah,
getting scammed with tickets. But
I don't like being scammed. The internet's a dangerous place.
So hopefully Blackpool Buzz will
help that organisation
incorporate everything into one. But the other thing is, I don't think people know that they're gonna like something like that. So, for example, when me and Rob Mason were doing By the Meter, which was a poetry night,
the best
with music.
Ever.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The amount of people that came and were like, "Oh my god, I didn't know that it was going to be like that."
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe how much I enjoyed the poetry, or I can't believe the warm atmosphere in the room. And I think there's that maybe lack of opportunity to step outside of our comfort zones and go, oh, that opportunity, I bet that'd be quite good to go with my partner, or I bet I could take the kids there. It's almost this kind of, we're on this hamster wheel of doing the things that we do and saying the things that we say.
Yeah.
And often we don't maybe step outside of that.
Yeah.
There's a reason that, I mean, it might be the same for you, but for me, when I was younger playing original bands, we just used to go to Liverpool or Manchester or wherever.
Well, that's the kind of thing that we'd have to do if we wanted to go to a poetry night. Yeah. We'd have to go to Manny. We'd have or Preston. Do you know what I mean? There wasn't
more of a more open-mindedness about, certainly like musically.
Original music, definitely. Yeah. I mean, well, you look at say bootleg, for example.
Yeah.
You'd have a local band who are brilliant and might, they'll sell a few tickets and everything. But you put somebody like, I don't know, Goldie Looking Chain on, who are, that's not a diss of Goldie Looking Chain, but they'll sell out in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The Fratellis, and they'll sell out in 5 minutes, but you get a local band that won't. And that's not criticising Goldie Looking Chain or the Fratellis, but that's very, nostalgic kind of ticket purchase, isn't it?
That's become harder as well, because I think back when I started, you would hear of a band and you'd be like, oh, we'll go and see them. And then you would decide after watching them whether they were good or whether they weren't good. Whereas now you just go on YouTube and you're like, oh no, they're not, I'm not quite watching this.
Yeah. And it's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky.
Yeah, and the cost of doing it is increased.
It's ridiculous now for big tickets. Like, I can't get over it. Like, I would only used to pay triple figures for a band or a performer that was, last legs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I went to go see Fleetwood Mac, and I was like, this is the only opportunity I'm going to get. I'm happy to spend all this money. One of them's probably going to die soon. And they did. So, I was right. R.I.P. Kirsty as well, do you know what I mean? But yeah, what was my point? I can't fucking remember.
The cost of gigs.
Yeah, but now it's like you can see someone that's, fairly, like, I think Kings of Leon wanted triple figures. And I was like, I love yous, and I think you're amazing, but also, like, none of yous are nearly dying.
Go and watch Parker Monkeys for a tenner or something.
Yeah.
Like.
I love going.
It's actually 13.
Oh, is it?
Dare you? Yeah. How dare you?
You've
got to pay for everything, though.
So, I mean, by
self-employed now.
Have you not seen? What's she called? The girl that sang Foundations.
Kate Nash.
Yeah, Kate Nash. Yeah, she sells nudes to pay for the tour because everything's so fucking expensive. Got a girl work.
What are you going to do? Rock, paper, scissors at you and the lad?
Have a communal one. They'd be all over it.
We'll just do some windmilling and we'll see how we can.
By the meter was £7, £8 with the booking fee.
Yeah,
and it was. And the people who bought tickets, we were forever grateful for. It was a slog to try and sell tickets.
Well, but promo's a fucking killer, man.
And you
spend so much time doing it, and then it's like it's not even worth the money that you've fucking done after you've spent so much time.
The other thing was we'd have like 5 artists on, so 5 artists that we wanted to pay, and we wanted it to all be kind of like a really enriching experience for everybody. It's just hard. It's hard.
I'll let you know now. I'd happily pay 3 times as much. For by the meter
for one last run. But me and Rob
don't want one last run. I want it fucking back.
Me and Rob have spoken about. Rob's got some stuff lined up for the summer. I'll obviously let Rob share that, but we definitely do need another run at Bootleg, I think.
Oh, I loved it so much.
There's a badly recorded podcast if you want to buy that.
So yeah, we need more awareness of these events and these workshops and things that are like
awareness
enriching.
of each other as well. I think is a big one for me.
But also perhaps that confidence and self-belief to step outside of the norm, do something a little bit different that might just broaden our perspective of Blackpool beyond the headlines that we get fed all the time.
Well, consistently.
I've unfollowed anything that's sort of negative. Then even and going back to this, like the Blackpool Buzz thing, you did have the Facebook pages, didn't you? What's on in Blackpool or Blackpool
There's
Live.
So many different social media platforms.
They just get corrupted. No. The one I follow was called. I think it was Blackpool something anyway, and it was like listing the amount of asylum seekers in, and you're like, who gives a fuck? That's not what's happening in Blackpool. It's an easy way of them to get comments and get likes and get hits, but it's fuck off.
It's a very, 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 very tiny story that exists in Blackpool.
Yeah. You would think it's the only thing that's going on.
But in terms of coverage. And
massive.
Anger and emotion, you would think it was 99% of Blackpool's
people
problems.
must think that we're all in Blackpool, like like the little mice on Wallace and Gromit watching the rocket take off. Like we're all outside the Metropole, like, well, look what's going on in there.
I don't give a fuck. I'm glad you're here. Please stay safe. You know what I mean?
It's literally just a delete for me now. Fuck off.
The anger and frustration is legitimate anger and frustration, or it's rational, should I say? But it's just targeted in the wrong places. You only need to do
2 searches,
5 minutes of research to kind of recognise that all this is obviously
what people love to hate, man.
Manipulative work from the powers that be. But
it's easier to bully the person that has nothing than it's easier to bully the person that has everything.
It's a tale as old as time.
Yeah,
isn't
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Should we do our quick fire?
Yeah. Well, no, we've got
I was thinking of
first
putting
one,
that there.
Great. Yeah. So as you know, guys, we do our quick fire questions to finish.
That we're
the
making
podcast.
up on the spot.
Yeah. Because of all the episodes that you've watched so far. You'll know that we do a quick fire question at the end. Me and Craig will take it in turns. We might chip in with our answer, but obviously we've answered before, so in all the episodes that we've done.
Yeah, and then I'll change my answer.
A new word every week then.
Yeah.
Oh, are you ready?
Yeah, born ready.
What's your favourite Blackpool word?
Cured.
Good
but also, can I ask a question? So I say cured butty sometimes, and I don't know if that's a thing within my friendship group, or if that's a Blackpool thing. Because I know cured is a Blackpool word, but I didn't know if cured, but it was actually just a phrase between me and my friends. I think it is, judging by your faces.
I've not used that, but
it's a good one. You can have it if you need it. But yeah, cured, best one ever.
I think butties has been used for
Butties,
various things before,
like if
or on toast.
Butters,
Yeah, maybe that's just a fusion. Fave local band. Sorry, that was your question.
So about
I look a bit needy asking.
Steel. I mean, this is hard for me. I've got so many creative friends, and they're all going to be like, "Why didn't you say me?"
I tell you what, we'll let you off and just say a few that we might not know about.
So my best friend Conor Griffin, he's in a band called Hugh and the Greater Good. They're originally a Manchester band, but Hugh's actually just hired loads of people from Blackpool, so now they're a majority Blackpool band. So yeah, they're ace. I love them. Daisy Atkinson is an angel. I love her with every fibre of my being. She's just a rock star, as is a father.
Poor Danny.
Yeah.
Danny. Is there any fibres of your being left for Danny?
No, there's none. I've got a 2-year-old. There's no fibres of my being left for that man.
Daisy is obviously
she's a force.
She's a friend of ours. I'm sure she'll be a friend of the podcast very soon.
Evan's also absolute insane talent. I remember seeing her when she was a baby. I was like, she was literally like 16. I was like, you're fucking insane.
Two powerhouses.
Yeah, absolute immense talent.
And if you've not seen either of those guys, you must go and see them because
they're on at Bootleg. All three of those play at Bootleg.
Backstage in Cleveland, Waterloo, any of the local
establishments.
Yeah. But also follow them on the socials because they are incredible young talent from Blackpool.
And they write really good original music, like really, really, really good. And my brother is a 16-year-old boy at the moment and is planning to do music, so eventually he will be my favourite band.
Oh, love that. What's he called, your brother again?
Ruben.
Shout out Ruben.
Yeah, you'll
Keep
get there
following
eventually.
your dreams, mate. My favourite local band, obviously, other than the Parker Monkeys.
Yeah, sorry, I've not shouted you out.
It's all right.
I feel like, you're representing yourself.
Yeah, it's fine.
My favourite local band is All Right.
Nice.
I've been very, very lucky to work with All Right on a couple of their songs. Hot lads, really talented, actually.
I was at a house party when they formed.
Oh, look at that name dropping.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I was there.
I remember, so they gave me the opportunity to support them on their first home gig at Bootleg. It was sold out. I'd never supported a band before. I'd only ever performed at poetry nights. And I'd only been performing for about 3 months. And they were like, we want you to perform, as part of our kind of supporting acts.
I think you speak the same energy.
But I remember, Daisy was on as well.
Yeah.
But they put Daisy first and I was going to go on in between, which I was like, all right, okay, yeah, that's cool. And then I'm there, and then Daisy's singing her songs like she does, and then she did a couple of covers, and she did Sweet Caroline. There was 350 people singing Sweet Caroline, and I said remember saying to Josh, who was the drummer before Smithy, I said to Josh, how the fuck am I going to go on after her doing poetry? And he went, that's why we've asked you to do it, because it's going to be completely different than what anybody expected.
Yeah.
And then I got up there, and within about a minute, you could hear a pin drop, and it was absolutely amazing. It's still one of my favourite performances. And then they went up and absolutely smashed it as well. And they've continued to do that. And obviously, the Flying at the minute, they just brought a new song out.
They've grown really fast.
But yeah, they're my favourite local band. They're great lads.
I don't really see many bands because I'm kind of always gigging. I like Circus.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
They're
great.
They are
and they're going to be doing an album listening party for sort of mental health things.
Yeah.
So we're going to be using this room as a sort of
brilliant.
I love that.
Spoiler alert. Yeah,
influencer.
But kind of my favourite local bands were. I mean, I'm going to be going back now, but Magdalena's were brilliant. Still listen to them now. Yeah.
Love it.
Now I just feel old when I go out now, and it's
it's hard when you've got kids. It's hard.
Like, tune your fucking guitar, mate. that's another one. I'm like, that's why I started this place, so that like
you can teach the people.
18-year-old will come in and I'll just be like, yeah, you're fine at playing, but tune your guitar.
I'm sure I wouldn't even notice. So
no,
because I'm not musically in tune.
If you see someone watching, you're like. Just know that they play and that
but it is hard with kids to get out and support everybody that we want to support. So that's why it's important that we share that responsibility across the town.
But also
that we get out of our houses when we can, when we can afford it, when we go out and support.
I think
local
nowadays
bands.
as well, you can support
without having to be there.
Bands without actually having to be there. Yeah, so like merch and
sharing songs on social media.
Honestly, just sharing a post is as good as going to a gig sometimes because when you're advertising gigs on Facebook, it just blocks you off.
Yeah.
So you literally have to pay for sponsored ads.
Well, if you share it and one person buys a ticket, it's as good as you going, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah.
So, well, that's how we'll legitimise it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
So, what's your favourite Blackpool memory?
Oh, this is hard. This is really hard because this is like my life is here.
Quick fire, come on.
I know, yeah, sorry. You're like reminiscing. So I guess, I'll try not cry. Back when my granddad was alive, cute, and when my cousin lived with me, she's like my big sister, Rachel. It used to be me, my mum, my dad, my little brother, my cousin Rachel, and my granddad, and we'd all have Sunday dinner together. And then after Sunday dinner, my cousin and I, we'd drive to Notriani's, and we'd all get a Notriani's, and we'd bring back a Notriani's, and we'd all eat it together. And yeah, I just miss that time, and I miss that, just how, like, when I eat it now, I'm just, in my living room, my granddad and my cousin.
I wonder how many people in Blackpool and beyond actually have got a memory that's dear to them about Notriani's.
Oh, because that's the joy of family business. I'm literally like welling up. I like the whole thought of it. It doesn't help the fact that I'm slightly hungover. Do you know what I mean? So I'm fragile in every single sense of the word. But yeah, it's my brother's applying for a job there at the moment, so I'm like, tell them the story because they'll love it. Tell them the story. Tell them it.
Well, I've got one of the prints.
Oh, don't! Oh, you need to stop putting your hands up.
Oh, for fuck!
We're learning. You're gonna have to stop being so expressive.
Well,
that's my tummy. I'm so sorry.
Your brother's going for an interview, so Luca, Maddie, Mike,
employ him. He's so lovely.
Listening, Ruben's going to be a great member of your team this summer.
Yeah, we hope.
In all seriousness, I don't think I've ever spoke to anybody who's had a bad word to say about working at Notriani's or anybody who knows the family. Yeah. I lived lucky enough to be neighbours with the family.
The worst thing about Notriani's is the fact that it just leaks. They have the flood every year, but that's not their fault. That's the ocean's fault. That's the ocean's fault.
Like Moana.
Yeah. Sort it out, see.
But we love you, Notriani's.
Yeah.
So,
we could be sponsored. We could be eating Notriani's right now. Do you know what I mean?
What's your favourite pub or place to kind of go and have a drink?
Bootleg.
Love it.
Bootleg, hands down.
It's the only place I probably go, really.
It's where all my best events have been. All my favourite memories in Blackpool have happened there. Don't get me wrong, I've had great nights and lots of other places and lots of other things have happened. But then again, we've got like the ballroom and the Grand Theatre. They're not small. It's all right. I know what we're doing. We're supporting the people.
I don't think the ballroom classes as a pub.
No. You can have a drink in there. But no, I don't. It's
great shout. Great shout.
And Jenks before it as well.
Yeah,
that was
we know.
We
know how good that was.
Or before Bootleg, I was a Scrooge's girl through and through.
Yeah.
But RIP. I'm devastated.
Lots of memories in those sorts of places.
Yeah,
or not memories.
I mean, for me, now I'm a little bit older and don't venture into town all that often. I go to the Saddle quite a lot.
Oh, my dad loves the Saddle.
The Saddle in the summer.
It's a proper pub.
With the beer garden.
How's the refurb? Is it noticeable? Is it just carpet or something?
Oh, it looks a lot fresher.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it looks a lot
But
cleaner,
we're not
brighter.
getting... I don't like it when they get... So I love... Also another pub that I love, May Park Pub. I love that pub. It's a great pub. I grew up in that pub. I had my first kiss in that pub next to the pool table. Fun memories.
Back at Stanley.
But yeah, it's... like they had the stained glass windows. I remember being in there when I was younger, and then I've obviously seen it now, and I'm like, when you have the character of a pub,
it's
and I'm
mega
like,
Art Deco, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do find that we're quite quick to rip things out and modernise things.
Have they not knocked down the big Yateses on the prom? Or is that going to happen? Or
it's a hole now, isn't it? It's a big hole in the...
Devastating. Fucking devastating.
I went to Belfast at the weekend, and one thing that was really noticeable was how traditional but well kept everything was.
Like the Pump and Truncheon I used to like.
I love
old school.
Is that going to last much longer because of the redevelopments?
I don't even know if it's still open.
It's open. I drove past the other day and the building's still there.
That had a lick of paint and it ruined it. It's like, do you remember when they painted Gillespie's?
Yes.
And they made it all bright and it was like,
Gillespie's, what a place that was growing up. Yeah.
It was just cool.
Yeah. Loads of bands on in there, weren't there?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your hidden gem?
As in a location or about me?
There's something about Blackpool that someone that's not from Blackpool should know about?
I'll do my work. Redfern. I'll do my work. Yeah. That's an amazing tattoo studio, and it's like Natalie's done an amazing job of making it feel like it's a home. You go in, like literally. We were talking about it last night in the early hours, and we were saying how she'd put a story on. One of her clients had put a story on, and they were like, "Why are you getting tattooed in someone's front room?" And she was like, "But that's how like a studio is. It's just like a little house, and that's why it's so good to put events on and things there." But also another hidden gem that I genuinely adore, and it's the first place I take anybody when they come to visit and they're a friend from outside of the town. I'll take them to the region.
Oh,
I
right.
fucking
really?
love the region.
Yeah.
But I'm that kind of girl. I love like old shit, and all my friends love old shit. So that's the dream.
I get reassured by the region because obviously building this place, I'm like, oh, there's a sharp edge. A child could snag their skin on that.
Oh no, and it's
And
like
then I went to the
region.
region. I was like, well, this is just trip hazard after trip hazard.
Dangerous place.
Like if there's a fire, don't even try getting out. Just accept your fate and die because you're not. It's.
Yeah, I mean,
But
that's
it's
one way of looking at it.
So my gran died in the summer this year,
Apologies.
and she always bought us shit presents from charity shops, the shittest. So Christmas 2024, I was the only one she bought a present for. No one else got a present, and I got a second-hand spice rack and a TV Times,
Brilliant,
and a Gant hoodie that was very tight. So this Christmas, me and all my cousins and like my mum and my auntie and that, we had a £5 budget to buy each other the shittest gifts.
So the legacy lives on.
And I went to the region and it was like, oh.
Good then.
So I got this like 1970s doll that was still in a bag, which looks like it was out of a horror movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, regions.
Buy anything.
But a building as well.
And
Please don't knock it down.
There's still the theatre there.
Yeah.
So I saw Fran from Blackpool Women's Football Therapy
Oh, nice.
put a thing up the other day for International Women's Day. She's hired it out and she's playing a film. I think it's called Copa, and it's about or Copper, and it's about women's football.
Love that.
The England team from the like 50s or something.
I think
because
it's
they made it illegal, didn't they? They made football illegal for women.
It's something along those lines.
It was after
So
the war, wasn't
yeah.
it?
Fran and the Blackpool Women's Football Therapy squad are putting an event on for International Women's Day at the region.
I love
so
that.
that'll be incredible. And they were I believe they were just going to do it as a squad thing, but they've opened it up to make it, you know. And I think it could be a really brilliant event in a brilliant place.
Yeah. But yeah, like women's football. One of my like proudest moments of Blackpool is my daughter plays. She's at under 14s now, but she's played from under 7, under 8. And I remember once just turning up to Stanley Park and all like 8 pitches were girls on a Thursday night, and I was just like,
amazing.
and there was like 5 of them when it started, all Clifton, all girls, and I was just like.
Yeah, I feel like that has come on leaps and bounds in the last sort of 5 years or so.
Mate, it's been a complete game changer. But I think women in sport in general. Yeah. It's really nice to be on a podcast that's run by 2 men that are talking so positively about women in sport. So well done, boys, for doing God's work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well,
I'm just good. We're just good guys, aren't we, Becky? You know what I mean? Just good guys.
If I went home and I'd been slagging off.
Yeah, do you know what I
without
mean?
doubt. Well, I mean, you've had first-hand.
That's not why I'm doing it.
But you've had first-hand. Experience with Faye, haven't you? So you know, and the Blackpool Women's Football Therapy squad are amazing. They've always supported me. We're
getting them on
with some of my bits. Yeah, we are. We're going to get you on, by the way. What's your classic gift shop item?
If I was to buy someone,
you're going to go to a gift shop in Blackpool, what would you get?
I mean, we're getting some rock, obviously, but I feel like that's going to be in the bag anyway. I tell you what I do love, and I probably shouldn't love, but I do love. You know, like tip mugs.
Yeah.
I love tip mugs. I just think they're so great.
Yeah, great. Nothing further.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't want.
You can go anywhere in the world,
and people will be like, tip mug.
You can buy like
a good tip mug.
Yeah, or a cock with Alicante written on the side, or wherever.
That also opens bottles.
Somewhere in China, there's a factory that just makes genital magnets.
It's my heaven.
And they just put different place names on it.
Literally, there has to be.
So one of our big ones is if you have got £10, you find a £10 note.
Yeah.
You can go anywhere in Blackpool.
Yeah.
At lunchtime.
Yeah.
And treat yourself to a £10 lunch. Where are you going?
I'm going 2 places.
Okay.
Because I've got a tenner and I can spend a tenner with it because this is what I do. This is my dinner.
Make it stretch.
Yeah. Well, you know, I like to support the community, guys.
Excellent.
You know
Go. So where's your 2 places?
So I go to Hive and I get myself what I refer to as a Natalie special, but it's basically they do like this Italian ciabatta sandwich, and it's got pesto, mozzarella, and sun-dried tomatoes on it. But I change the mozzarella to halloumi, bro. I need to go get one like after this because it's everything. And you can get it on focaccia as well, and that's even nicer. It's an extra £1. And then what I will do is I'll go to Last Light and I'll go get a clad cooker. Have you ever had one?
No.
Is that the coffee in a glass?
Ooh.
No.
But I went recently to Last Light with my friend Danielle because we're going to be hosting a little community get-together at Last Light called the Big Brew Club. And it's going to be a little hour on a Sunday afternoon where people can come and have a brew and have a chat, to meet new people, catch up with old friends, that sort of stuff. And Danielle got one of these cakes, and oh my God, it was like heaven in my mouth.
Yeah, it's amazing. He gave me the recipe and I made it at home, and it was mine was shit.
Ryan,
mine was so shit.
You do God's work.
You do
God's
work.
That cake.
I had carrot cake from there yesterday, and it was fucking unbelievable.
So good, so good. And they
So
do like those cinnamon swirly things as well that have got like icing on them. I don't know what they are, but they're sick as well.
So we've got your main, your savoury from Hive, and then you're going to go to Last Light for your dessert, basically.
Yeah,
great.
But it's just because that I'm addicted to coca. Like every time I go in, I'll be like, and usually they do. Last Light do really good like main food, but every time that I go in, because I leave the house late, all the proper food's gone. So I'm forced to just have a coca.
Poor thing.
How dare I?
What's something you miss that's not here anymore?
Scrooges. Take like my heart. I literally have I was going through my iPad of all the things, of all my drawings and stuff, and I've got a sign that, you know, when you used to walk up the stairs and it was a wooden sign, it said "Welcome to Scrooge's," but wine bar underneath, and I have it, and I want to recreate it so that I can have a print of it at home. One of my friends, Amy Cartmel, she's a very talented all-round person. She did the Scrooge's girl.
Oh yeah.
So she did like a drawing of that for, Fat Man's Corner, the band.
Yeah.
Then she did the artwork for the album cover. Yeah. I mean, I did their logo as well.
The road sign.
Another great local band, actually.
So
and then I guess finally, Craig.
What's your favourite thing about Blackpool?
So many things. I'll tell you what, the people. We've got, do you know what? We've got so many great things. We've got the Winter Gardens, the Ballroom, the Tower. I really love our listed buildings. We've got such fabulous architecture, and people don't really notice it or care for it. But yeah, I think the people here are completely different to anywhere else. So, obviously when we was talking about By the Meter, there was that Mank guy that came on. He works in radio.
Dave Scott, our kid.
Yeah. I literally know everybody by the handles.
Yeah.
And I remember we were talking about the event afterwards, and he was like, "This crowd is completely different to any other crowd." And I was like, "Yeah, it's a Blackpool crowd."
Yeah. He went on BBC Radio Manchester the next day, actually, and was talking about it. And he was saying it was a proper raucous crowd, but really warm and appreciative of everything that was going on.
Yeah. I used to describe By the Meter. Also, what else do I miss? Fucking By the Meter. Get it back on. I genuinely can't. I can't. It's upsetting me that you're taking it away from me.
This is emotional manipulation.
Well, good. I'll do whatever it takes to get it back. And I've spoke to about it to people in my community. They were happy to pay double figures for this event.
Me and Rob will go for a pint and see what we can come up with.
And I'm going to shout at Rob about it as well.
Rob has got some exciting stuff going on this summer.
Yeah. He does.
He's been commissioned by the South Bank Centre, and he's doing some really cool stuff. So I'll
is this the residential?
Head over to Rob Del Terra's Instagram, and he will keep you updated about some of the creative things.
Podcast,
we should do, actually. Rob will get you on the podcast,
sorry, Rob.
We have had him on, but the recording didn't work. So
so my second fucking choice.
But he's coming on again.
It's all right. Don't worry, guys. It's fine. It's fine.
Rob's going to come on again. So there you have it, folks. Another episode of A Work in Progress. Becky, thank you so much for coming and joining us, sharing your enthusiasm and your creativity. You heard it directly from Becky. Blackpool is a place of creativity. It's a place of wonderful community events and opportunities. Perhaps we
and
just
education.
And perhaps we just need to share that a little bit more and be brave enough to step outside the norm and venture into places unknown and meet people we've never met before and really get a sense of that unique Blackpool spirit that exists so much within creativity. Oh, thank you, Becky.
You're very welcome.
Becky.
Thank you. It's been an absolute honour and a pleasure.
I nearly put my hands up then, but it would have set the camera off. So
Thank you, Craig.
thank you, Nathan.
Oh,
Thank you for listening and watching. Do you want to do the subscribe? And
Like and subscribe.
there you go.
Yes.
See you next time.
Cutie bums.